What if I told you that the world you see around you, the people, the events, even the obstacles, are nothing more than a mirror? That everything happening out there is simply responding to what you imagine in here? This isn't wishful thinking. It's a powerful truth echoed by mystics, spiritual teachers, and thinkers for centuries. Your imagination creates your reality. Today we're diving into the profound teachings of Neville Goddard, the man who boldly declared that your imagination is God, and you hold the power to reshape your life, not by effort or force but by assumption and inner vision. Stick with this, because once you understand this, nothing about your life will ever look the same again. Let's start with the power of human imagination. Everything that exists, every concept we hold, every possibility we chase, it's all birthed in the vast and limitless world of the human imagination. What we see around us, even what we deem to be external, originates from within. As Neville Goddard profoundly said, all that you behold, though it appears without, is within, in your own wonderful human imagination. The world of physical reality, which many consider concrete and final, is but a shadow of the true realm, our imagination. This realm within is where the divine resides. Heaven, hell, joy, pain, these experiences are not out there. They are inside, shaped and reshaped by the inner world we carry. So the question becomes, how do we wield this imagination? How do we consciously use it to transform our lives, rearrange our outcomes, and recreate our experiences? Look at this basic example. Suppose you desire a better job. The world around you might echo doubts. You're not qualified, the economy is too unstable, it's not the right time. But where did these voices originate? They echo the beliefs and doubts you hold within yourself. External voices can only affirm what your internal world allows. So if you believe you're unworthy or incapable, the world will confirm it. But if you dare to believe otherwise, if you boldly declare to yourself, I am the man or woman I want to be, and persist in that assumption, your outer world will reflect that inner change. Reality begins in the mind. That is where the true facts lie. Not in what the world appears to show, but in what the mind dares to assume and believe. The real secret lies in the imaginal act, not in the physical facts. When you assume a new reality within and believe it deeply, the world must respond. Now consider how imagination works with spaces and places. Imagine you're sitting in a room. That space becomes real because you're present in it. But perhaps your home, though physically distant, feels more real to you. Why? Because you've invested more time, energy, and memory in that space. You live there. So even when you're not physically present, your imagination brings it vividly to mind. This proves something powerful. It is your presence, your imaginal focus, that gives reality to a place. Your imagination is not bound by the body or physical location. You can sit in a chair and imagine yourself in New York City. If you truly believe it, feel it, see it in your mind's eye, you are there in imagination. And where you are in imagination, you are in reality, because imagination is the only true reality. Motion and change are detected only by a shift in perspective. So if you're imagining being in a new place or a new status in life, ask yourself, what do I see? What do I feel? What is around me? If you imagine being in New York, you wouldn't see Los Angeles. If you do not see Los Angeles, you must be far from it. Thus you've truly moved in imagination. The same principle applies to status, wealth, knowledge, or any transformation. If your friends currently see you as one way but you want to transcend that state, then let them see you differently, in your imagination. Imagine conversations where they congratulate you on your success, where they treat you according to your new identity. If you persist in this inner vision, reality must catch up. What you fix in imagination, what you sleep in, that is, what you believe with consistency and emotion, becomes your truth. It's like planting a seed. Scripture warns us not to be deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. God in this context is your own imagination. What you sow in imagination, you reap in life. This isn't theory. It's practice. It works. I've done it countless times for myself and others. I don't charge for it because truth should be freely shared. Someone tells me what they want. I lift that desire into the realm of imagination. I feel the thrill of their success. I imagine their voice telling me that the miracle has happened. That is the act of creation. That is how seeds are sown. You can do this too. It doesn't take hours of meditation. It takes about 10 seconds of focused, passionate belief. Bring the person before your mind's eye. Hear them say the words you long to hear. See their joy. Feel their gratitude. Then drop it. Let it go. You've done it. Your imagination is divine. It is God in action. If you believe in God, you must believe in your imagination because God is imagination. All things are possible to God, and therefore all things are possible to you. Remember, the vision has its own appointed hour. It sure will ripen, it will flower. Even if it seems long, wait, for it is sure, and it will not be late. So dare to imagine. Dare to believe. And dare to live from that belief until the world bows and mirrors your inner truth. You are not confined to the body you wear. You are not bound by time, space, or circumstance. You are imagination. And imagination creates reality. The human imagination is so powerful. Everything we perceive and experience exists within the bounds of our own wonderful human imagination. All that we behold, though it may appear outwardly, is actually within, in our imagination. The world of mortality is nothing but a shadow of this inner world. The world outside? It only mirrors what we assume and believe to be true within ourselves. Reality is within you. All things are reflections of what we believe. Even if the world tells us we can't achieve something, it's only echoing our own inner doubts. The outside world cannot tell us anything different from what we are telling ourselves. If we're doubtful about being qualified for a job, then people will reflect that doubt and say, "You're not ready," or "It's not the right time." But if we ignore these reflections and assume the state of being the person we want to be, the world will begin to rearrange itself to match that assumption. What do I mean when I say living from the end? Ask yourself honestly, what do I want? Once you identify it, dare to assume that you are already the person who has it. And live from that end. If you persist in that assumption, the outer world will reshape itself to reflect your inner state. What the world calls fact is actually the outward projection of imagination. Let's talk about shifting perspective through imagination. The place where your attention dwells becomes more real than your physical surroundings. For instance, if I'm sitting in this room but my mind is absorbed in my home feels more real. Your imagination allows you to shift your location, identity, and circumstances. Say you want to be in New York. Sit down, close your eyes, and assume you're in New York. How do you test it? Imagine you're looking west and seeing Los Angeles 3,000 miles away. If you can see that clearly in imagination, then you're there. Truth is, you need to rearrange the structure of the mind to grow socially, financially, or intellectually. Let your friends and environment reflect the new version of you. Don't wait for them to see it first. See it yourself and let them catch up. Let me share a big secret you must know that will quicken your manifestation. Sleep in the assumption of the wish fulfilled. When you do this, you're planting a new seed in your mind. And if all things bring forth after their kind, as Scripture says, then this seed must bear fruit. Think of the role of the imagination tool in creation. Imagination is not a passive tool, it's the creative power of God in man. You are not your body. You wear it like a suit and one day you'll discard it. But the immortal self, your imagination, never dies. It is not bound by the body. You can sit in a chair, assume you are elsewhere, and make it so vivid, so real that it becomes your reality. Do you know that it is possible to help others with this powerful imagination tool? You can also help others with this power. When a friend shares a desire with you, take a moment to imagine them already in possession of their wish. You don't need money, effort, or time. Just sit quietly and see them as they wish to be, hear them telling you the good news, feel the joy of that fulfilled desire. Then drop it. That's enough. You've planted the seed. Faith in the law of assumption. Do you believe in God? Then believe in your imagination, for that is God in you. Believe that all things are possible, because they are, through your imagination. Every imaginal act has its appointed time. If it seems delayed, don't worry. Wait in faith. The vision will ripen. It will flower. So, what do you truly want from life? The relationships, the wealth, the peace, the purpose, it all begins within. The world will echo back your beliefs, your inner talk, your assumptions. Whether you believe you can or can't, you're right, because imagination makes it so. But this isn't about blind positivity. It's about conscious creation, choosing deliberately the state you wish to live in, and persisting in that inner world until the outer world aligns. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the operating power behind it all. Believe in your imagination. Assume the feeling of the wish being fulfilled. Trust the law. And above all, live from the end. Because as Neville said, it will not be late.